Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I wanted to do a quick video on torque steer. I always get the big question, does this car have bad torque steer? To be honest, it really doesn't, but I'm going to demonstrate a few tests. I'm actually going to take my hand off the wheel and floor it and let the car kick down on its own, so that way you get the most reaction with the jerk, as much as you could possibly make with an automatic. This car really isn't bad. I'm assuming it's because of the electronic steering assist. So I'm not really anticipating it's going to really do it at all. I have a feeling it's still going to track straight even if I let off the gas, even if I let off the steering wheel completely. But in the past, especially with manual cars and the older front wheel drive cars, they would torque steer really bad. Like I had an Integra GSR when I was 18. It was just, a 5-speed manual, and every time I banged the gear, that thing would be almost partially into the other lane every time you hit the gear hard. So that thing torque steer like crazy. But this car really isn't bad. So I'll flip the camera around. I'll do a few little tests just for reference. For those of you who don't follow my channel, this car actually has a JB4, so it is making a little bit more power than a factory car, or factory tuned car rather. Also, if you would like to purchase a JB4 for anyone out there, I'll post a link in the description for it. You could follow my link and then just order it through there if you wanted to try it out. And yeah, so I'm going to turn the camera around and I'll demonstrate the torque steer, if it does or it doesn't. So let's get to it. So now we're at a cruise. I'm going to floor it, hands off the wheel. Nothing. Try it one more time. My hands are completely off the wheel. One hand on the camera, and I'll keep my other one up here just so you can see. Car's tracking pretty straight, other than if I let it go into the lane a little bit on my own, because I wasn't exactly straightened out. But it's not jerking, which is pretty much what I expected, and it's great for a front wheel drive car not to do this. That's a big plus in the progression of front wheel drive cars. Front wheel drive is a real performance negator. Front wheel drive performance really doesn't go together, but with technology it's actually starting to get there. So I'll do maybe a couple more just to get a good indication if it's definitely true. But for anyone that's looking to buy one of these, if you hated front wheel drive and torque steer, it's not a problem on this particular model. I'm not sure if all the new cars are exempt from it, but on this 18 Accord 2.0T, and it's tuned, it doesn't torque steer. So here we go, there's a lane. Very little bit to the right. It actually went a little bit to the right, but I have no hand on the wheel, so it did go a little bit to the right. I'll try it one more time. Nah, that time it went straight. So overall it's pretty good. So that's my little test, just so you guys can see. So I just wanted to sum that up. That was an extreme example of trying to get torque steer. Obviously no one's going to be driving with their hands off the wheel. It's not a safe thing to do, but for the sake of experimenting and showing people an extreme situation that you're really never going to be in is the best way to show the example of what I'm trying to show. So I hope that you guys were able to see where I was coming from, and as well as to prove my point. So the torque steer in this car, like I said, is really non-existent. At one point or another it might have pulled a little bit to the right, but as long as your hand is on the wheel, which it should be at all times, it's not an issue. You won't even feel it when you're touching the steering wheel. So this car is really good as far as that's concerned. And also, if you would like to check out some of my other videos, go check them out. There's a lot of information on there regarding all different topics with tuning, some do-it-yourself, stuff like that. So if you can, check me out, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Take care.